with Coach Brown, Justin Acri here. We're going to be joined by – we got a family affair tonight, Coach. We're going to be joined by the All-American David Walker and his brother, Arlie Lee. Both guys obviously doing good things, and David about to set a couple of significant career marks, the all-time sack and tackle for loss leader, unless he just decides to, I don't know, take the rest of the year off. And then Arlie got his first touchdown as a Bear. Now, this is a guy, Coach, and you do have a good eye for talent, especially at wide receiver. We talk about quarterback play, had some great defenders the last few years, but you guys have had a great eye for talent at wide receiver. And I think about, guys like Winningham and Hudson, and, Arlie, came a little bit different as an in-state guy, but you guys were really excited about him, and I think we're kind of now starting to see that come to fruition.
Yeah, we knew when we recruited Arlie from the transfer portal that we knew he had a chance to be an impact guy. Was banged up for early in the year after game one. Was dealing with a shoulder issue. Missed 3 games, but then has started to get back integrated into what we're trying to accomplish. We need him to be big for us. I mean, bottom line is we know we've got the run game, the run attack. We feel good about Trajan on the other side and Cam in the middle and some of that. If Arlie can keep stepping up on the outside, go along with those guys, it's going to be a good mix for us going into this last part of the season.
We got any more family members we can?
Man, we'll have to ask them that.
We'll get to that. Well, you and I were texting this weekend. It was a Bears off week for those who weren't paying attention, but we were texting during my alma mater's game, and they were big favorites, and they pulled out a squeaker at the end with a couple of plays more than the other team, and that was kind of the way things went against West Georgia. You guys take a commanding lead, and they sort of, inch their way back into it, and you guys stop a 2-point conversion late, make it stand up. So sometimes you got to win like that, and that is what kind of win for you guys?
Well, it's a huge win. Bottom line, it's a huge win. I've been saying that for 2 weeks now. I guess not 2 weeks, but a little over a week now that you held serve. And at this point in the season, that's what it's about. Like we were texting about Iowa State, and I said, oh, well, they figured it out, right? I mean, that's all you're looking for is to hold serve. I mean, at this point, like look, obviously we want to go 4 of our 5 wins this year have been by 3 scores or more. So we've done that.
Yeah.
It was good to win a close game when the pressure was on tight late in the game. Weren't able to do it at Arkansas State, obviously, and weren't quite able to do it at Abilene. So now we've been in 3 tight games. We got over that hump. So now the guys know what that feels like. Things get a little tighter. Things get a little more stressful. All that stuff. That's going to bode well for us, I think, on this back part of the season.
You guys have been on the other side of games like this in the past. You were outgained 558 to 363. They had 35 first downs. You guys had 15.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
But it's better to have that happen right and win than the other way around.
Well, and I said it all week leading up to the West Georgia game. I was impressed with that football team, well coached.
Yep.
Thought they had the talent. They just hadn't figured out how to win, and obviously they got a win this past weekend. They weren't off. Got a big win against a lower level opponent, but good for them. They got another win on the season. So. But very talented team, and I knew that was going to be the case. I knew it was going to be a battle. And really and truly, I don't want to say I'm surprised, but us going up 34-10 in the middle of the third, I was like, well, okay, maybe we can push this out. I knew how good their defense was. I knew how well they played throughout the first half. I knew at any point their offense had the explosive capability. Them switching quarterbacks probably helped him a little bit. He was a little bit more dynamic. Obviously played really in the second half out of his mind, to be honest with you. And it was one of those games that you might overlook as a common fan or someone that don't pay attention. But they had our full focus all week, and obviously we were able to come out with a win.
One of the things that impacted the outcome as far as the yardage goes is you got a defensive score, and I do want to congratulate Dylan Williams, who was named the Defensive Player of the Week last week. You guys obviously were off this last week, but he had a sack or a tackle for loss, maybe it was, and then he had obviously an 89-yard interception return. We'll hear that call in a little bit. And it sort of was a slow developing return, and it was just a horrible throw, but he read the thing the whole way. And then he had, clear grass, got some good blocks, and then off to the races.
Great play call by Coach Stacks. I mentioned, I think, maybe on the post-gamer that we called 2 all-out blitzes on the night. That play, we brought everybody. I mean, literally, we brought everybody. We played 0 coverage, nobody over the top, man coverage. Bring more than they can block. DC got a big hit on the quarterback, made him throw off his back foot. Ball kind of flailed up in there, and Dylan did a good job undercutting it. And obviously what I was pleased with was because of the time in the first half, if he gets tackled, we're probably not scoring.
Right.
There just wasn't enough time. So I thought we did a good job not peeling back and making a dumb penalty on a blindside block because there was opportunities to do that. And Dylan did a good job making a couple guys miss by crossing the field and using his speed to his advantage. That was a huge momentum shift in the game right there. And then we called an all-out blitz on the 2-point conversion. Had the guy throw off his back foot. Obviously an errant throw that ultimately resulted in the win of the game. So great play calling there by Coach Stacks.
Yeah, just to clarify, too, that was his first interception of the year, and it was his first sack of the year.
Big
Not often do guys get pick sixes and sacks in the same game.
Yeah, especially from the position of safety.
Right.
I mean, a sack, and obviously Dylan's around the ball a lot because of what we do schematically. But man, he's a talented young player. Again, only a sophomore. I mean, the sky's the limit for him. He's one of the reasons we've been able to move T-Bird, Tamarian Wilson down to the nickel position because he's playing Tamarian's position. He's played the last 2 years in the boundary safety, and a lot of our scheme funnels to that guy. I mean, like he's a boundary safety. It's either going to be funneled to D-Walk or it's going to be funneled to Dylan, and those guys have done a good job all year, obviously.
100%, obviously, yeah. Couple other things. I mean, there were a couple of strange plays, and we were talking about this. I guess you were coaches of the Touchdown Club did a great job, by the way. I got a lot of good feedback from your appearance there. But it was a weird play on a punt return, and one of the blockers had the ball allegedly hit his foot. It was not called originally, but they went back and reviewed it and said it touched his foot, and they gave the ball to the other team. And I would really love to see a review with the rules committee on this because, again, there was no immediate recovery. They touched it down like you would any punt.
Yep.
Nobody made a play for it. Nobody thought it was touched. And then they went back and looked at it because it was close.
I would love to see the angle that made them overturn the call. We've got technology on the sideline now that we can look at iPads. And honestly, I was getting buzzed down from the top, and they said, Coach, it didn't touch him. I mean, we're looking at it right here. And I'm thinking, y'all know what you're seeing. So I actually looked at it, and I'm thinking, man, obviously we've got different angles than the ESPN crew.
Right.
But I didn't think it was enough to get overturned. Obviously, they must have had a zoomed-in angle. I don't know. But you're right. I mean, it was a awkward play that you don't see very often, where nobody responded or reacted to the play.
Yeah.
Mark Dorsey didn't.
Right.
Who's that to hit? He didn't even. He had no clue. He didn't feel it.
No.
None of their players. There were 6 players around him. None of them even acted like it hit him. And so, just a weird deal. And obviously, could have been a crucial moment in the game. And obviously, we stopped them. I think they missed a field goal on that drive. When they got the ball back, but so great job by our defense. But yeah, that was a weird kind of run of events there that led to that. I don't know that I like it going to review this year. Hadn't been very
well.
I
I was going to say, if I had a nickel for every time we won a review or it went our way,
hadn't been good.
Well, I'd be broke. What about? Is there a lesson in there at all? You think?
Yeah, I mean, look, as soon as it's a universal call, you'll hear punt returners say Peter. I don't know why it's Peter. I don't know who Peter was. Maybe he invented it. But Trajan, when he realized he couldn't get to the ball, he had a late Peter call. And basically what Peter means is your punt return team just sprints to the sideline to avoid, a bouncing ball, because obviously an oval football is not like a basketball. It could go any direction.
Right.
And it was a late Peter call. Mark didn't hear it, so he's still blocking his guy, working his butt off for the returner. Just unlucky. Unlucky deal. And and you get some errant kicks or some of these college teams that rugby kick off a punt, you get that end over end bounce. That's a risk you always take, but it's something we work constantly. We'll work that a couple times a week, working Peter calls just so we're fundamentally sound on Saturdays. And obviously, it hit us right there. But really, I can't fault Mark. He was hustling and doing his job. Just an unfortunate deal.
Well, the Bears just knocked off a West Georgia team that was kind of figuring things out at the wrong time for you guys, and luckily able to pull out a victory. And this week you get a North Alabama team that is on a 3-game winning streak after opening with 5 losses. So, again, this has become a theme. Let's take a break. We'll talk more about that coming up. It's obviously a team that folks around here know well, going back to the old Division II days. And we will talk to one of our student athletes here coming up in a second as well. The Nathan Brown Show, live at Walk-Ons here in Conway. We are on 1067. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, or X if you're a nerd, as we like to say. We'll be back in a moment. We are at Walk-Ons, and it's about time to grow up, too. Stay tuned.
Slim 2.5 minutes on the break sauce, 2.5. We start with a 3-cheese blend to make our delicious mac and top it with chopped hand-breaded tenders and Colby Jack cheese. Try the Tender Mac Bowl meal or the Buffalo Tender Mac Bowl meal, both served with Texas toast and a medium drink. The Mac is back. Oh, so tasty. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing more than exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Take control of your healthcare journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family care for yours.
What's your oak lawn? Maybe it's lounging under a cabana at our sparkling pool, or unwinding with a massage at the luxurious Astral Spa. It could be dining in elegance, then hitting the casino for fun and high fives. And while you're here, you could explore thermal spas, dining and shopping on Bathhouse Row in Hot Springs National Park, just steps away from the resort. Discover your oak lawn. Make reservations today at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
HD Roofing and Construction, proud to be Central Arkansas owned and operated, offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship, warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics.
If you have a question or comment for the head bear, send Justin a message on Twitter at Justin Acri 7. Now, back to the Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-On's Sports Bistro in Conway, 955 South Amity Road, on the Buzz Radio Network.
Mosley set to the right side. They're going to motion a receiver all the way across. He slipped and now comes back out. Rolling right. Casey into the end zone. Incomplete. It's incomplete. They're going to survive. Oh, yes. Sometimes you dominate. Sometimes you survive, and that's okay. It all ends up in the left-hand column, Coach, and that's what matters. Welcome back to Walk-Ons. Good to be here. And, talk a lot about discipline, Coach, with your team. And I'm showing some right now. I got some beautiful redfish sitting here with a crawfish cream sauce.
I bet that's hard.
This is the best broccoli in the state, too. They make the best broccoli here. Oh, I'm so excited. Anyway, it looks so good. David Walker said, I'll take one of those. That's an All-American meal right there. That's as close as I'm going to get to All-American. Anyway, the All-American defensive star for the Bears joining us here. And good to see you, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
This is your your last off week as a Bear. How weird, huh?
It hasn't hit me yet, but yeah, this is the last week.
Okay, I won't bring it up again then. So let me ask you about the 2-point conversion and what you guys were expecting and what you got. Tell me about what you guys were sort of preparing for from them and what they came out and did.
Yeah, we thought they were gonna just kick the field goal and try to tie it to go to overtime, but we saw them. They kept their offense out, and Coach Sachs, he trusted us. We had to get pressure right now, and that was the perfect blitz that he had called up. So
yeah, what'd you guys do? I mean, you brought heat?
Yeah, we brought everybody.
Okay,
like Coach said,
so that was the second time.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, it worked out well. That was where you guys. As it sort of got closer and closer, what are you thinking over there?
Oh no, I feel like we were confident. We knew that we can get a stop. It could have went either way. By us getting pressure, it made him throw it a little further out to the out of bounds, so the receiver couldn't get there. So
yeah,
we all played our part at that part.
There is something historically about Central Arkansas, and this was different because it wasn't an injury, but there was a run there for a year or two where opposing quarterbacks almost felt bad for him. Just kept getting knocked out of games. You guys was like running roughshod over dudes. And then they bring in a different quarterback and be like, well, we didn't prepare for this guy. How much different was that? And it's weird that guy who's an upperclassman was sitting on the bench to me because it was pretty clear he was a lot more confident and also could use his legs a little more. How weird is that preparing for a guy a week and then you get something else?
Yeah, I mean, with Coach Stacks, we always prepare. He introduced, because the quarterback, he played a little bit at the beginning of the season, so we knew that like they had a running quarterback that can do a lot of different things to like hurt us. So we prepared for that, but we didn't prepare for him to get in that early. So I feel like we adjusted well. We kept him. We sustained him just enough so he won't hurt us too bad. So
listen, you made the last play that you had to make. That's all that matters, right?
No doubt.
Let's talk about your year so far and 27 career sacks. You are 2.5. Let's see. Is that right? No, 3.5 away from Jonathan Woodard's record, who did it in 4 years. No offense, Jonathan. And then also tackles for loss. You are 1.5 away from tying the record here at Central Arkansas. Again, in less than 3 years, it's pretty remarkable. Was that on your mind at all, starting the season, that you're that close?
Yeah. That was the goal. I mean, as a player, I mean, you're always chasing something. Like records can be broken. And just seeing how close I was to that goal, I guess it just lit something inside of me, like I got to go get it.
Yeah.
But I didn't let it be the main thing, right?
Right. So, well, that's good. I like that, because most guys will be like, nah, I don't care about records. I don't pay any attention. I like that. That's good. It is something to chase, and it's something to put your name in the record books. And again, to do it in 3 years is amazing. So what are people doing to you? The word's out. You're pretty good. And I think people are starting to scheme for you. If your coaches were talking about how they can't block you in practice, it might help your cause a little too. But what are teams doing to you to keep you out of the backfield?
They're chipping me. They're leaving the tight end in. They slide, and they're doing a lot of different things. So, like, when I do get my one-on-ones, I have to win them. There's no exception.
Yeah. Did you work on anything in particular move-wise that you feel like you've improved on year to year?
Yeah. Coach Davis, every week we work on tendencies. We work on moves that he think that'll win. And when we do them, they do. Yeah. Sometimes we don't do them and we don't win, but when we do the moves, he'd be like, I told you. So just working on stuff with him every day has really helped me.
Swim, spin, bowl, rip. Yeah. What's your best move?
Double swipe.
Double what?
Double swipe.
Okay.
Get to the quarterback.
I got you. Okay. I'll keep an eye out for that one. Let me talk about sort of your future. And obviously we're really excited about the rest of this season and getting back to the postseason. And obviously this team has everything you guys need to get there and maybe do some damage. But I want to talk about what's next. And obviously you've had a lot of attention for the next level. What's that like? I mean, to have teams from the NFL coming and paying close attention to you. Again, we're sort of debating on what your draft grade will be. How exciting is that? I mean, I can't imagine it's a distraction right now. You're focused on football, but how exciting is it to be thought of in those terms?
Yeah. I mean, coming from a small town, I really didn't think this much of. I knew I wanted to go play at the pro level, but I really didn't think that it'll be happening, and all of it's just coming full circle. And last year, I thought it was awesome that all the team was coming to look at me, to evaluate me, but now it's it's overwhelming. Like you said, it can be distracting, but I just try to keep the main thing, and that's winning ball games and executing throughout the week to prepare for Saturday.
Do you ever have dreams of an actual dream where you're playing in the NFL?
Yeah. I dream about it a lot.
Okay. Are you in a particular uniform?
Nah, it's question mark.
Okay. Question mark uniform. That's a new one. It'd be weird. I guess as long as you don't end up in those weird uniforms Illinois wore this weekend, you'd probably be fine.
The helmets were nice, though.
Yeah, I liked it, actually. It was pretty cool. It was definitely a different look. We have some different looks. Not quite that out there. But we have the Running Bear helmet, I guess. We're throwing back a little bit there. So tell me about playing with your brother and what that relationship's been like.
Yeah, I had the option to go out last year, and I had the option to do a couple of different things. But when I announced my brother was coming, I was like this is once in a lifetime thing. And then to create legacy, like you said, I'm so close to breaking the records here and to implanting myself into the Hall of Fame one day. So just being able to play with him one time, it's been cool.
Okay. Arlie, thank you for coming here. I really appreciate it. I'm glad if that's what it took, and that's good. I'm glad that happened.
It didn't hurt.
No,
that's for sure.
That's for sure. I want to talk about you, the man, a little bit, and I always try to brag on you when people ask me about you, and I know Coach did too when we were at the Touchdown Club the other day. But as great a football player as you are, you're a better person and a better man. And you guys talk about keeping the main thing, and football is not the main thing.
That's right.
Just tell me about some of the things you've been into in the offseason for those who don't know your story and your passion.
Yeah. This summer I got the chance to go to Guatemala, to go on mission to work with this organization called Filter of Hope, where we install water filters to help the people that don't have clean water and that's dealing with diseases and stuff like that can't get new water. And just going there, I mean, the experience was crazy. Just seeing how how loving the people is, and like how the culture of kindness and treating you with gentleness is something that like I vouch for everybody to go see. You know, it's something beautiful about just going to help other people and just to pour into people.
And the summer before you went to Vietnam, right?
Yeah, I did.
And what was it equally fulfilling? Did you like one of the experiences better?
I mean, I like all Mississippi the same, but
Yeah.
Vietnam was, I don't know, it has a special place in my heart because I met some of my best friends there. I still talk to him to this day. He barely know English, but we still communicate a little bit. But just like there, like the hospitality, people love you. They treat strangers as like we grew up together. So I just enjoy doing that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe we can do a little more of that over here in the States at some point. Well, listen, best of luck to you this week, and looking forward to it. North Alabama, obviously, has got a hot streak going. Need to hold them down. You got a couple keys for this week?
Yeah, win. You know,
okay.
Get after the quarterback. Do what we do best. Don't try to oversimplify things. Coach Stack is going to keep it simple because they do a lot of junky stuff. So he's going to keep it simple, and we just going to play ball.
I haven't seen a sack out of David Walker in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's weird.
I got to get one.
I think this is the week.
Yeah. Want a couple.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I
say break the record, get over with.
No question.
Yeah.
Get it over with.
Best of luck this week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, very good. David Walker, great stuff from the All-American. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk to Arlie Lee. We got to get a little more family history, find out if there are any more brothers left that we can get on campus for sure, because 2 for 2 so far. Hit a break. Be back in a sec.
At Papa John's,
2.5 minutes on the break, boss. 2.5.
No, seriously. Every original crust pizza starts with our signature dough that's always fresh, never frozen, hand-tossed, and made with 6 simple ingredients. And now our dough can save you dough when you order from the Papa Pairings menu. Pair a medium one-topping pizza with one or more of your Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. How about that for better? Order now on the app, only at Papa John's.
Family owned and operated since 1976, Moix RV represents the finest recreational vehicle manufacturers at clear see-through prices. This means no prep fees, no additional freight, free battery, free propane, and comprehensive free training on your new camper. And Moix RV is home to Camp Moix, a free camping club organizing events throughout the year. All of these things show Moix's commitment to being a customer service company that happens to sell RVs. 1213 Collier Drive in Conway, and let us show you true value.
What's your oak lawn? Maybe it's lounging under a cabana at our sparkling pool, or unwinding with a massage at the luxurious Astral Spa. It could be dining in elegance, then hitting the casino for fun and high fives. And while you're here, you could explore thermal spas, dining and shopping on Bathhouse Row in Hot Springs National Park, just steps away from the resort. Discover your oak lawn. Make reservations today at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
1 minute
When
left
you
in the break,
choose
boss.
Conway
1 minute.
Regional, you're choosing more than exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Take control of your healthcare journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family care for yours.
When you're looking for wholesome,
Last part of the
craveable
break
meals
here,
for you and your
boss. 30
family,
seconds.
Nuke's Eatery in Conway has the best in fresh salads, flavorful pizzas, hot toasted sandwiches, and delicious sweet treats. Nuke's has 99-cent kids meals every day after 4 p.m. with the purchase of adult entree. Plus, Nuke's caters for all occasions. Sign up for Nuke's Rewards today for exclusive offers and earn points for free food. Nuke's, the best comfort food with a southern twist. In Conway at 1040 South Amity Road. Order today in the Nuke's Eatery app or at nukes.com.
You're listening to The Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-On's Sports Bistro in Conway, where everything is made from scratch, bringing Cajun cuisine to life. Now, back to Coach Brown and Justin on the Buzz Radio Network.
McElvain looking left, man-to-man. Arlie Lee down the sideline, looking for it, and he caught it over the shoulder at the 5. Did he reach it? And he did. Holy cow, what a touchdown. 48 yards. And the first score of the season for Arlie Lee. Not the last, though. Let's hope. All right, we welcome you back to Walk-Ons here in Conway. And the aforementioned Arlie Lee joining us. Not often that we get a highlight of a guy who joins us on the show. That's pretty nice. I could have pulled one of any of David's 27 sacks in his career, but we didn't dig to the archives, so we need some fresh material this week. That's the challenge. Arlie, congrats on the touchdown, man.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for being with us.
It's an honor to be here.
Is it less or more nerve-wracking with David watching you while you're doing this?
It's way more, for sure.
He makes faces.
He's a good. David's a good heckler.
Yeah. So, what was your relationship like growing up? Did you guys compete against each other a lot, or was it not like that?
Every day.
Okay.
Even when he had broke his ankle before, and we were still out there competing, playing basketball against each other. It was just like everything we played, video games, we always competed, like all of us.
Yeah.
So that always been competitive.
What's the age difference? Is it 2 years?
How old are you, Dave?
3 years.
3
years.
I think
3 years. 3 years
old. Okay.
Yes,
So tell me about your decision to come here. And again, thank you for keeping him around for another year. It's pretty good for everybody here.
So my first year at my old school, it was like the end of the year. I had text Coach Brown. I was like, I want to come there. And he was like, I got you a spot. Just wait, and I got you. I was like, all right, yes, sir. I'm going to play this out. I'm going to keep my grades up, and I'm going to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
And he made it happen. So I did what I had to do. I was talking to Dave, and me and Dave was discussing about it. I was like, I'm going to come, bro.
Yeah.
But I was trying to hold off on it for a little bit. He just kept asking, like, are you coming or not, bro? Are you coming? I was like, yeah, I'm going to come. So when I came on a visit, it just felt like home. Love the people here. So I was like, yeah, I'm a bear. Sure.
Yeah.
Probably because I kept asking David that.
Yeah. What did you like about Arlie's game?
Just his physicality. I mean, he's a kid that could play outside, inside receiver. To be honest with you, he'd probably be just as effective from the slot. Heck, he was a Wildcat quarterback at his prior school. He was a running back. He was a receiver. You should see him on the basketball court. He'd run circles around D-Walk, his brother. I mean, it wouldn't even be funny. No, I'm just joking. But that great athlete. I mean, he's just an athlete. But look, I mean, he's just
he looked like he's not joking.
Physically, 215 pounds, can go catch the 50-50 ball. You saw the way he could track the ball on that touchdown pass the other night. I mean, just has all the traits and intangibles you're looking for, on top of just being a phenomenal young man.
Yeah. So you're from Stuttgart.
Yes, sir.
Yep. What was your awareness, I guess, of Central Arkansas University when you were, in high school? Was it on your radar initially?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Okay. So you were keeping up with it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I came to the one of the games, I think, playing EKU.
Yep.
And I seen how they was playing. I was like, yeah, I'd love to come here.
Yeah.
I was telling my boys back at home, too. I was like, bro, y'all got to visit UCA as well, bro. It's pretty dope there.
Yeah. Well, this offense, again, very, it's a little more run-oriented than it's been in some other years. But the good thing is if you're a receiver, you're going to get plenty of opportunities to catch the ball here. You got to
yes,
you like playing the offense that we have?
Yes, sir. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's working.
Yeah.
For sure. So, yes, sir. I just love being able to just be a part of it. Definitely a great opportunity for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you studying up here?
Exercise science.
Okay. And you got 2 more years after this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So, any more family members?
So we got one coming, I think, in the spring, the baby brother.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what year is he?
He's out of college. He's out of high school.
Okay.
So, yes, sir.
He's playing now somewhere else?
I think so. No, not yet.
Okay.
No,
all right. We'll keep an eye. What's his name?
Jadavian.
Jadavian. We'll
Yes,
keep an
sir.
eye out for him. That's cool. So we were joking before. Your mom must have been a good athlete, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe not. Yeah, we were just trying to find the connection there. It makes sense. But so what about last week and pulling that game out? You guys got off to such a good start. You get the touchdown, everything's going great and groovy, and then all of a sudden it's like, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that for this week.
For last week,
last
as
week?
they were coming back, what are you thinking about?
That
I was like, oh, crud. But I had faith in my team, my defense. Like, they're going to make some stops. And, like, on that last play, I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I know what our guys can do over there on the side of the ball. So let's hype them up, get them turned so they can make a huge stop. Definitely some, like, that situation for sure. They went for 2 instead of kicking a field goal. They had confidence in themselves. So I also had confidence in them. So I just knew they were going to make a stop, make a play.
What, you obviously got hurt a little bit after the Arkansas State game. So, you had to kind of bide your time to get work back into it. we talked about this, Coach. I mean, West Georgia is a team that's sort of scuffling right now. They haven't found out how to win, but we knew they were going to bring a darn good defense. Did you feel like that was the best defense you guys had faced so far? It was it equal to Arkansas State, a little better? What'd you think?
I would say probably like the same.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But tough challenge.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Have you had much time to scout North Alabama yet?
Yes, sir, a little bit. I've been watching their defense, their DBs and stuff.
Okay.
And stuff like that. Yes, sir.
You feel good about the matchups this week? Excited?
Yes, sir. Always.
Yeah.
Confident. Yes, sir.
How about as a player? Is it weird playing? I get a lot of questions about the field, and I'm like, when I'm calling a game, I don't pay much attention to it anymore. But is it strange as a player? Like, is it odd or different, or do you even notice it when you're playing on the stripes?
Not really. No, sir. It's not a little strange at all.
Yeah.
No, sir.
So we know you can catch the go ball. How do you feel about going over the middle?
Going over the middle. I mean, if the route goes there and the ball comes to me, I'd love to catch it, but I feel like we ain't gonna discuss that right now. But yes, sir. I love to take it across the middle as well.
Yeah.
As well. Yes,
You'd be like catching the long ball.
Yes, sir.
How's your relationship with Will? How do you guys sort of get on the same page?
So I go up to her, be like, Will, let's do it. Like, lead us. Come on, I got you. I know you got me. So I had a conversation with him, but like, I trust you. So that's all I need from him is trust. And he believed in me, just threw me the ball. So I got to make a play.
Yeah. Talking to Arlie Lee, if you're just tuning in here on the Nathan Brown Show, Walk-Ons in Conway. Are you one that advocates? Do you go up and go, come on, man, I'm open. Let's go.
It's certain, like, I'll be like, coaching them a draw up a play. And they'll be like, okay, Arlie, go in on this. I'll be like, okay, I got you. Because I have to make a play because they set it up for me and they believe in me, so I don't want to let them down. So
right.
I got to go execute every single time the best way I can.
Is there a receiver you like or watched growing up that you're like, that guy's got it?
In Meekins, I was looking at Odell. I loved Odell.
That's a good one.
But now I also look at like Devontae Adams and Justin Jefferson, how they like get off the ball and how they not the biggest in the NFL, but they're really aggressive and stuff like that.
Where do you feel like is your greatest area of improvement that you need to make?
Like in football?
Yeah. Oh, surely you haven't made it all the way already. What's the best part of your game?
I'd say my hands.
Okay.
For sure.
And what do you want to work on? Definitely
stacking more because I got to do that a lot more and like understanding everything and slowing everything down because I be trying to speed everything up and be throwing me off. But if I once I get that equipped, slow everything down, I feel like I can play the best way I can.
Yeah. Well, best of luck this week. Hopefully you don't have to block anybody as tough as your brother, and that'll be good. You guys have done a good job. I would say that, Coach. I want to sing the praises too. I mean, we talk about it every week. Your receivers block. I mean, they get after it for each other.
Yeah, I think that's unselfish mentality. They want the ball. There's no doubt. I don't want a receiver that doesn't want the ball, but these guys have done a good job all year doing what the play dictates. I can go back even to what D-Walk does. I mean, he gets chipped by 3 different people on one play. Well, it should equal single coverage for someone else, right? Unselfish mentality is what wins championships.
No doubt. Best of luck this week, Arlie. Thank you,
sir.
All right, good job.
Awesome.
All right, there you go, Arlie Lee. Awesome stuff. All right, let's hit a break. We'll be back. We'll talk a little more about the upcoming opponent. We'll delve into a few other things. Got a 2-minute drill a little bit later on. Don't go anywhere. It's the Nathan Brown Show here on 106.7, live from Walk-Ons in Conway.
Slim's Tender
2.5
Mac
minutes
Bowls are
on the
back.
break, bud. 2.5.
We start with a 3-cheese blend to make our delicious mac and top it with chopped hand-breaded tenders and Colby Jack cheese. Try the Tender Mac Bowl meal or the Buffalo Tender Mac Bowl meal, both served with Texas toast and a medium drink. The mac is back and oh so tasty. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Family owned and operated since 1976, Moix RV represents the finest recreational vehicle manufacturers at clear see-through prices. This means no prep fees, no additional freight, free battery, free propane, and comprehensive free training on your new camper. And Moix RV is home to Camp Moix, a free camping club organizing events throughout the year. All of these things show Moix's commitment to being a customer service company that happens to sell RVs. 1213 Collier Drive in Conway, and let us show you true value.
First Arkansas Bank and Trust is proud to be the newest partner with UCA Athletics. They expanded into Conway in 2018 and are fully committed to serving all of Conway and the surrounding Faulkner County area, offering full-service banking and loan products, mobile and online options, as well as their Cube interactive teller machines, providing extended banking hours for your convenience. Go see the First Arkansas Bank and Trust team at 804 Hogan Lane. Go Bears! Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you're looking for wholesome, craveable meals for you and your family, Nuke's Eatery in Conway has the best in fresh salads, flavorful pizzas, hot toasted sandwiches, and delicious sweet treats. Nuke's has 99-cent kids meals every day after 4 p.m. with the purchase of adult entree. Plus, Nuke's caters for all occasions. Sign up for Nuke's Rewards today for exclusive offers and earn points for free food. Nuke's, the best comfort food with a southern twist. In Conway at 1040 South Amity Road. Order today in the Nuke's Eatery app or at nukes.com.
Last spot here in the break, boss. 30 seconds.
On Pettigene, floated the buffalo, taken a leisurely drive through miles of Delta farmland, or even witnessed a brilliant sunset from your own backyard, you know Arkansas is full of beauty. Naturally, that leaves no room for trash. Get litter out of the picture and keep Arkansas in its natural state, clean and green. Visit keeparkansasbeautiful.com to learn more. A message from this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
Go Purple, go Gray, go UCA. You're listening to the Nathan Brown Show on the Buzz Radio Network, coming to you live from Walk-On Sports Bistro in Conway. A great place to take the family or catch the game. Now, back to Coach Brown and Justin.
Now he's going to motion one out to the left side. They're looking that way on a wheel route. It's intercepted at the 10, at the 20, 25, 30. Down the sideline, the Bears cut it back to the middle of the field. Could he go all the way? It is Dylan Williams. He's going to take it 90 yards for the score. Holy cow. What a turn of events. 90 yards for Dylan Williams. I gave him an extra yard. 89 yards officially. But what a return. And, you know, we haven't been sleeping on him by any means. He's second leading tackler on the team, I think, now, Coach. I mean, he's really, like you said, done so well. Gave that flexibility to move T-Bird around. And, you know, give me your thoughts, I guess, on his expectations and how he's met those this year.
Well, he's a big physical kid that has really good hips. As a defensive back, you have to have really good hips, and Dylan has that. But he's also 210, 215 pounds, built like a linebacker, to be honest with you. You know, kind of the same body type as T-Bird, just a big physical, you know, defensive back that can play multiple positions. But what I've been most impressed with, and I'm sure D-Walk's been around him for a couple of years, the maturity and growth that Dylan has made is unreal. Not that he didn't have it when he came in, but as a young player, you know, he's just grown, and it's been fun to watch. I mean, speaking of that, I was going to ask you a question. How are you doing fast math when you do that? Like when you call out 89, 90 yards, I mean, that's impressive.
Sometimes it's luck of the draw, especially on an interception. I saw where he grabbed it, so I kind of.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I would say,
flip the script here, but
but it's funny. I do try to give yardage, and like I had a touchdown earlier that was right actually, but I think on the pass.
Yeah.
When you look up and it's like they've got it, the ball's on the 46, and sometimes I get lost in the moment. But you look up and it's still on the scoreboard. I'm like 46-yard touchdown. I know like that.
Yeah,
that one you got to kind of guess a little bit.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate that.
I'm gonna compliment you.
I appreciate that. I don't get any of those. For every compliment, I'll get 10 jabs, but that's okay.
I get it.
Luckily, Steve-O and Chris keep me humble. It's fine.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
They're like,
it's a good crew.
Yeah, knucklehead. We have a good time. Bears up to 10th, by the way, in the coaches poll, 12th in the stats poll, and now 5 wins on the season. And, you know, we sat here a few weeks ago, and you said, we'll go get our 5th win. We'll be fine. It was coming off the Abilene game. And we see a little bit of parity. I mean, it was an interesting week. Abilene goes, you know, down a couple weeks ago, and to this North Alabama team you guys are facing this week. North Alabama is playing out of their mind right now after 5 losses to start the season. Not many coaches can get their team up to bounce back with 3 straight wins, but they've done it.
Well, they're well coached. Coach Dearman does a great job there, recruits really high-quality players. But I'll say, when you break down their schedule, I mean, they've got a Memphis loss on that schedule. Obviously, Memphis is a pretty good team right now. They've got an Illinois State loss, a top 25 team. They've got a Tarleton loss, a top 25 team. SEMO loss. They're 6th in the country this week.
Yeah.
UT Martin, they're fringe top 25. So, I mean, they're not losing to scrubs. They've lost to some really high-quality teams at our level, obviously, plus a Memphis. And then they've beaten a top 20 team in Abilene. So very impressive resume. Now 3-5 may tell you otherwise, but as a coach, you break down everything. And, the more you looked at that during the bye week, the more obviously it rose a level of concern just because, hey, they played a difficult schedule and obviously have came up on the short end of a lot of those games. But, man, they've been playing good, and he's got them playing at the right time and obviously having 3 straight wins. I would assume there's a lot of momentum in Florence right now.
Absolutely. As far as a quick league overview, you guys, again, ranked 10th in the coaches poll. Tarleton is 8th in both polls. Abilene Christian 17 in the stats and 19th in the coaches poll. And I'll look at a couple different projection sites. One has all 3 teams in.
Yep.
And then another one has just y'all and Tarleton. And again, we've talked about this over the years. The more you win, the bigger the games become. And again, you hope, I think, for the sake not only of your team but of the league, that you guys in Tarleton keep winning, because that last game over there could just be a fantastic ball game with everything on the line for the UAC.
Yeah, obviously a lot of stuff has to happen before that point, but it would be essentially like a playoff atmosphere. I mean, to be honest with you, similar to what Austin Peay was last year. I mean, that was really a play-in playoff game. Even with the loss, you had an outside shot. You were in the conversation, but that's what you play meaningful games in October and November for, is to get to that point. And obviously we've got to handle business every week, and we're going to take everybody's best shot. When you're ranked 10th in the country and one of the top teams in the league, and really historically we have been that for about the last decade as far as whatever conference we're in, you got to be ready to buckle it up every week. And so it's not going to be different this week with UNA. Look, they're 3-5, but here's what they're being told right now. They're 3-1 in the UAC. They are alive and well in this conference race. Obviously, some things got to happen with the Tarleton loss. They're kind of behind the 8-ball game back there, but they're being told, I'm sure, by their staff, hey, we went out. We're going to be in the conversation. Some crazier things have happened. So they've got a lot to play for too, and so we're not playing a team that's sitting here playing for nothing. And I think that's something that you've got to be prepared for. That's something we've got to be ready for, and obviously going to be playing a highly motivated team.
You are going to face 2 of the top 3 running backs in the country. The other top running back is your guy, Shadarick Powell. Kayvon Britton is leading the country now, and Lamson from Southern Utah is 3rd right now. So, I mean, it certainly says a lot about the league, and it's garnered, I'm sure, a lot of attention nationally.
It's a pretty crazy stat.
Wow.
I don't know that anybody could have anticipated that. I think everybody knew who Britton was and who Shadarick was going into the season. Obviously being the 2 preseason first-team guys, but the Southern Utah kid obviously has burst on the scene, and Lamson's putting on a show too, just like those 2 guys. So boy, it's going to be a fun late October into November. I mean, it's going to be one of those four buckle chin strap games every week, and we've got to be excited and ready for that.
I think at last check, you guys are still leading the league in total offense, leading the league in total defense. So again, a lot of good things happening here, but again, there's a lot of parity in this league this year.
There's a lot of depth, and look, I knew last year we only got 1 team in last year, and that's unfortunate. And obviously, I thought our resume had maybe an argument to have a shot at getting in the field. But when it was broke down, we were rated the 3rd best RPI conference in the nation, behind the Missouri Valley and the Big Sky. And I would say we're on track to that again. Maybe the CAA can jump in there with us. Maybe, I don't know. But we've got some quality teams in this conference. Now, there's not a game that you can get ready for on Saturday and just say, man, we can roll the ball out there and see what happens. Obviously, Utah Tech's struggling, but hey, that's a long road trip for us.
Sure.
I mean, that evens it out, right? So. Man, it's going to be a fun 5 weeks, and I think this is why you come to UCA's playing games and have opportunities like this late in the year.
Yeah, there's only one game that matters, and it's this one this week, obviously. But Tarleton, just for argument's sake, 6-1 overall, 3-0 in conference. Abilene Christian's 4-1, North Alabama's 3-1, Central Arkansas 2-1, Southern Utah's 2-1. So if you need any further information, I think I just gave you everything you need to know. It's still a wide open race, and we've got just a few weeks left. So yeah, it'll be an interesting week, and then. We'll see. I'm sure people start picking each other off, and that's part of the deal. So a little bit more about North Alabama. Again, to me, what stood out was the Abilene Christian game. They had to come back to win that ball game. 47-34 wild one, and they were putting up some points. They scored 60 against Utah Tech, maybe. So, I mean, they're hanging some numbers up there.
Yeah.
What are they doing offensively?
Well, they're David mentioned it earlier. D-Walk mentioned earlier that they throw a lot at you. A lot of junk, a lot of formations, a lot of personnel groupings. They're getting some shifts and motions and do some unnormal stuff as far as putting linemen, splitting them out, doing some different things. You got to be on point. They're gonna play the deception game with the play action game. Obviously, their quarterback's hot right now. He can move around. He's playing at an efficient level right now. I guess you got 10 touchdowns and 1 interception, I think, right now. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, I mean that they're getting some guys on big plays. We just got to stay true to who we are, stay simple, get our calls, and make sure we communicate. We'll be fine on defense.
Yeah, he is playing well, and 4 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns in their last game.
Impressive. I think it was National Player of the Week. I think in that game.
Well, that doesn't get it. I don't know what will. My goodness.
Don't know. Yeah.
9 carries for 94 yards against Abilene Christian too. So again, a dual threat guy, truly. All right, we're going to talk more about the Lions coming to town, and we will get our 2-minute drill in, and we'll get you set for action. 4:00 on the Stripe Saturday, North Alabama, Central Arkansas. Should be a good one. We're back at Walk-Ons here for the Nathan Brown Show after this.
At Papa John's, we start with better.
2.5 minutes on the break, boss. 2.5.
Every original crust pizza starts with our signature dough that's always fresh, never frozen, hand-tossed, and made with 6 simple ingredients. And now our dough can save you dough when you order from the Papa Pairings menu. Pair a medium 1-topping pizza with 1 or more of your Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. How about that for better? Order now on the app, only at Papa John's.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
First Arkansas Bank and Trust is proud to be the newest partner with UCA Athletics. They expanded into Conway in 2018 and are fully committed to serving all of Conway and the surrounding Faulkner County area, offering full-service banking and loan products, mobile and online options, as well as their Cube interactive teller machines, providing extended banking hours for your convenience. Go see the First Arkansas Bank and Trust team at 804 Hogan Lane. Go Bears! Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
1 minute left in the break, boss. 1 minute.
Construction, proud to be Central Arkansas owned and operated, offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection, and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship, warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics.
Arkansas
Last
is known
spot
for
in the
its
break
beauty.
here, boss. 30
Rolling
seconds.
hills, scenic fields and valleys, and beautiful rivers run through our state. We want to keep Arkansas beautiful, but we need your help. Do your part by not littering and by keeping your community clean. Register for a local cleanup or become a litter grabber to fight litter at your own pace. Your community needs you. Join us in keeping Arkansas beautiful. Visit keeparkansasbeautiful.com to learn more. This message brought to you by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
We're talking Bear football tonight on the Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-On Sports Bistro in Conway and broadcasting live from their location at 955 South Amity Road.
Over the middle, Barry caught it at the 3 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Central Arkansas. That was a Tyon Berry drive. 3 catches and a touchdown for number 1. How about it? I need the mayor of Stuttgart to get up here and start paying attention. What's happening?
Cousin Tyon Berry.
Cousin. Okay.
So you got brothers and then cousin.
Listen,
Tyon.
the Ricebird connection is strong in Conway. I'm telling you, I need to get the mayor and the whole city council up here. They need to come up here and praise their guys. I mean, it was a Ricebird show last weekend.
Coach Price, man, he does a good job there at Stuttgart. He sends them to us, man. He's got a couple more on the way too.
I mean, it's one thing to recruit the state coach. I mean, you're getting all your kids out of one town. It's pretty awesome. I don't know what's in the water in Stuttgart, but it's working.
There's a lot of good stones to be turned here in the state of Arkansas with high school players.
No doubt. Well, let's talk about T.J. Smith, coach. And we mentioned he was not the starter at the beginning of the season. He's done all his damage really in the last 3 weeks. 67%, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's a dual threat guy. Couple hundred yards. He's got 3 touchdowns rushing. He ran for almost 100 yards against Abilene Christian. I mean, he's as good a rushing really threat as they've got.
Well, we're going to have to contain him. And some of our focus on practice during the bye week and obviously leading up this week is going to be containing the quarterback run. Look, I may eat these words. I mean, it's a superstitious coach. Sometimes you don't want to say things, but we've done a good job all year stopping people's running backs. I bet if you looked at the percentage of rushing yards we've given up on the year, I'm going to guess as close to 40, 50% has been off quarterback runs.
Yeah.
And so that's been – if there is an issue with our rushing defense, which there's not much, we do a great job of stopping the run, and we always will with Coach Stacks, is stopping the quarterback. So we've got to do a good job containing him and putting ourselves in a position to squeeze scrape, make some good decisions as far as all that goes. So it's going to be a tall task because he's playing at a high level right now.
Do you anticipate, and again, you're not going to give away game plans, but, I mean, you saw the Heat work twice. Do you expect to do a little more of that?
Yeah, we have to. I mean, it's going to help David out. It's going to help, help get the quarterbacks off their mark. If you let them stand in there and really drive the ball down the field, a lot of times they're going to be there. Look, they're on scholarship too, and they're a quarterback for a reason. So we've got to get them off their mark, make them throw off their back foot some. I mean, so yeah, you'll see us pressure a little more as the UNA game goes on and as the season goes on.
Will has done a good job, and the offense has done a good job of mixing and matching receivers. You guys throw the ball to your running backs a significant amount. We've got the tight ends more involved the last few weeks. This is a team that heavily relies in their passing game on their wide receivers. 4 out of their top 5 targets are wideouts. What does that do for you guys defensively? I know you still have to account for everybody, but how do you guys sort of plan for a team like that? It's kind of rare in today's world where you got so many guys, that are wide receivers catching balls versus, maybe getting the ball to some backs and tight ends.
They do a good job spreading out the field. Coach Dearman does a good job in the RPO game. A lot of that's coming off of run-pass options. I think Kennebrew, number 5, is one of the best receivers in this conference, much less the country. He's a 6th or 7th year guy. He's a very experienced guy, very mature kid. Got to meet him and get to know him a little bit during media days. Great kid. Very humble kid, but very talented. So he's going to be a problem. They've got a couple more receivers that we're going to have to keep an eye on from the slot. But really what it comes down to is like what I just said. We've got to get the quarterback uncomfortable. If you can get the quarterback uncomfortable, then errant passes come and inaccuracy happens. And so hopefully we can get to that point.
Well, they have 19 sacks on the season. They have allowed 15, so just under 2 a game. So might be a few opportunities out there. Again, we're pretty deep into the season here, so it's not like that number is awful.
Yeah.
You're a team that has sacked the quarterback 23 times. Maybe protecting the quarterback a key this week for both teams?
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, look, we've done a good job throughout the year. I don't know what our overall sack giving up total is, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
As far as protecting Will. 8. I mean, that's really good through 7 games. I mean, so we've got to keep that going. Obviously, their defense schematically poses some problems with some of their stunts and movements and blitzes. They've got some exotic blitzes that we're having to prepare for. But then on defense, you're right. I mean, we've got to get the quarterback down. In the game we struggled at Abilene, what did we not have? A sack, right? And so we've got to get sacks. We've got to get the guy down. We've got to get him behind the marker so that 2nd and 3rd down's in more manageable position for our defense.
All right, 2-minute drill. When's the last time you cried?
Oh, man. I'm not a crier. Probably, I'll be honest with you, tears probably came to my eyes probably when Riley was baptized.
Okay.
Yeah, that was probably the last time and that wasn't that's a happy cry.
Yeah, oh, that's the best kind.
Those are.
I cry at every baptism and I cried at every wedding.
Yeah.
I'm so cheesy.
I mean, I'm pretty soft, but I don't
coffee
cry
commercials.
a lot. I don't cry a lot.
I can see that. I'm so soft. We just saw Arlie said he was a little nervous before the interview today. What's the most nervous you've ever been that you can remember?
Probably games you should win.
Yeah.
Before games that you should – West Georgia game. Everybody thinks we should win that game. I have pulp in my stomach. I mean, it's just so – it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably probably in my wedding day. I mean, I was pretty nervous.
Were you more nervous on your wedding day or when you proposed?
Proposal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah, exactly.
I knew the answer, but
good about that. Yeah.
I mean,
okay. You find a genie in a bottle tomorrow. You get 3 wishes. Give it to me.
Let's see here. First wish would be a brand new end zone facility and indoor for UCA.
Okay.
Second wish would probably be something for my kids. I don't know. I mean, this is a good 2-minute question. I think about this. And then probably let's go hang out with Tom Brady for the weekend.
Coach, can we get a national championship? I mean,
well,
you just got sacked. You just got sacked in the 2 minutes.
So the indoor and stuff would draw the recruits.
That's true.
To result.
I appreciate that you did a team first thing.
Yeah, I'm a team guy. I mean, yeah, that's
good.
National championship.
Okay.
Obviously.
Well, hey, look, I mean, you already took the sack. It's too late. It's all good. Now, I don't know what I would have said if you asked me, so that's okay. That's why I'm in the easy part.
That's a tough one there.
That is a hard one. Well, that's probably the best one.
You need to give me about 5 minutes on that one.
No, there you go. Well, a 5-minute drill. If we're trying to run up the clock, we'll do that one next time. All right, couple keys this week, Coach. Good to be back on the stripes, obviously. Got a long road trip coming up next week, so got to appreciate this one. Hopefully got a great crowd. 4 o'clock kick. What are you looking for?
Well, it should be a great crowd. Hall of Fame week. Festivities all week. It's a great opportunity to get the community involved, all parts of the university and campus. But look, here's what we got to do. We got to protect home.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can go 4-0 at home through this point in the season, that's going to set us up through this last month of the season. You got to hold serve at home, and obviously I know it's going to be winning on first down, keeping them behind the sticks, doing some of those things. That get the quarterback off his mark, stuff we've talked about. But we have to protect the stripes, and if we protect the stripes, the season will take care of itself.
So far, so good. Undefeated on the stripes. Expect a lot of people back for it's homecoming, right?
Yeah, homecoming week.
Homecoming week. Okay. Yeah. Looking forward to that. All right. That's it for us. We're going to head to the top of the hour here. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. And that was a lot of fun with Arlie and David. Looking forward to seeing them in action this Saturday. And the Bears in action as well. 4 o'clock again. We'll join you at 3 o'clock on the UCA Radio Network. Todd Pierce, great job back in the studio. Coach Brown, appreciate you. And thanks to our friends here at Walk-Ons. We'll be back here Monday, hopefully recapping another big victory for Central Arkansas. Come by and see us or listen in next week. Good night, everybody.